Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders.
Set to kick off.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
They're on the 19-yard line.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18.
To the air goes Daniels. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lane. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Riggs.
Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Touchdown! Puka Nacua, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 yards. First down, Dolphins.
60 boxes, 60 boxes, cut 19, cut 19, 18, Pioneer.
They go play action here on first down. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run. Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Dragon 60. Cougar Knight. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready, ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Man over the middle, and it's complete. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
That's good.
79 Broncos.
First down.
Let's go.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking for the McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready, break. Mustang, here we go, set. 70 Lions. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
A run straight ahead with H.M. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
18, 5 years. Here we go, here we go.
In motion left is a running back. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I
appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Viking 18! Viking 18!
They'll run once more with JCM. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And it is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Back to Krosky Merritt on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 46, here's second down and 7.
Let's go now.
Daniels going to give to Krosky Merritt.
And he stopped immediately there. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Second and a couple.
Looks
like they'll move things around here. Up the middle, Krosky Merritt.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
First and 10.
Dragon 60, Buffalo 18, 19, Panther 11.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on, set. Hawk 7, third.
Give to Krosky Merritt.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up now, third and 3.
Bronco 80. Ready.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jalen Lane, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now the try here for the point after. it's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 21, Dolphins 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 18 Cardinals.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Now back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ready. Warriors 70. 18 Cardinals. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Get up. 70 Lions.
Now Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
Fielded just inside the 20. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On the give, Krosky-Merritt.
And he'll be forced to dive forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half.
At the 50-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
19 line, 70, 60 Eagles, 60.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 60 Bison. Hurt. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
The final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Well, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Back to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 27.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Lightning, 18.
They'll run for it with Achane. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
19, Roger, 19, go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's again to Achane.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Donald Parham.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Dolphins 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
They're on 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Puka Nacua
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done. is confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
Washington will line up for the two-point
60
conversion.
Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60, go.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Commanders 27, Dolphins 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
They stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
Crack all 80, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up second and 5.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
On third down, Achane.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
60 Evil. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout called. for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready, ready. Get it.
In motion, Hill.
Ready.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
Viking 18. 60 Vikings. Dragon 60. Warriors 70.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hot 70, hot 70. 18, pioneer. Go.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Donald Parham, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Ready.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready,
A give now to Bill. This is Krosky-Merritt. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 43-yard line. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
70, Timberwolves.
Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it. Krosky-Merritt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 19 yards.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Krosky-Merritt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL.
That is intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll look to throw. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
He's back to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Connecting with Hill. Pushing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Okay, ready?
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Check. 18, 5 in. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL.
some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
He's brought down.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Commanders,
they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.